Hello again. I'm back to talk about this Gibson J45 Studio Rosewood that I've had now for a few months, and I've still got it, and how have I done with it? Well, I think the fact that I've still got it means that for me it's becoming the perfect acoustic guitar to write songs, to practice, to play in general. I talked about the D18 with it, the Martin D18 with it last time. I've still got that, believe it or not. I just can't get rid of them. I still haven't been able to decide between the two, and it looks very much now like I'll be able to keep them both, thank goodness. The only trouble with the Martin D18 that I'm having is I'm getting a bit of that dreadnought shoulder that us old men get after playing guitar for a while. And that dreadnought depth is just a little bit too hard for the old arthritis. But this one, of course, what's very interesting about this J45, as I've said before, not only the mahogany back and sides that we know we've talked about in the past, but the fact that the depth is different. It looks quite deep because it is, but essentially the depth of it is the same as a triple O. If you've ever played a triple O Martin of any kind, they're a lot narrower in depth than the dreadnoughts. And even though they've always called these Gibsons jumbos and said that they're similar to dreadnoughts, this one, of course, is a narrow one, and probably that's why I'm playing it more. Still sounds pretty good, but it doesn't hurt the shoulder as much. Now, obviously, I think with the depth not being as great as on the dreadnoughts, you don't get the bass. For me, the bass is good here, but it's just not just not as strong as you would get with the dreadnought. I'm not going to go into the differences between mahogany and rosewood now. I'm just really talking about the physical qualities of playing this guitar for anyone with perhaps any arthritis, an older person, or even younger people who play a lot and get pain. This kind of depth, well, personally, I just don't get that kind of shoulder pain with this kind of depth, And there's quite a bit of difference in the sound, as we talked about last time, but you know, when you're practicing or writing a song, you're not always thinking about, well, is it mahogany, is it rosewood? You just want to be interested in the music. And although I'm a believer in people like myself, who are obviously not professionals, people who love music and have played music all their life and guitars, still I feel the best thing is, you know, one guitar. You know, I had one guitar for a long time in my life, and that was a Martin D28. But I'm still keeping these two. Perhaps it's because I'm just a bit shy of parting with one of them, because I know they are two great guitars for me. So, what's it been like now after, I think it might be, is it 5 or 6 months? I'm not sure. Well, yeah, it's been a winner. You know, the quality of it is still high. I must change that standard badge back to studio. Put it on. As I said last time, it was a kind of award for it being so good. But I need to put the other one back on, and I will. It's opening up a little bit more, I believe. You know. That's opened up a bit, and the sound is definitely, for my ear, improved, you know. If anything, it's probably sustaining a bit longer. I haven't changed the strings, incidentally. These are the same strings that I did with the last video. And essentially, yeah, I'm not going to get rid of this guitar now for medicinal reasons as much as any other. It's a guitar I can play pain-free. So I was just really a short one to say, I've still got the guitar, I'm keeping it, I've still got the other one, but that's another story. And funnily enough, they've just, well, there's a few of them about for sale still, but they're probably the 22, 23 models, because what Gibson have done is the 24 Studio, they've gone back, reverted to the depth of a standard J45. So in one sense, I'm glad I got this one, because you know, a standard J45 is probably no good to me now. I've got a D18, you know, the depth on them, they're pretty wide as well, the depth there. So if you wanted a new one of these, the Studio J45 Studio Rosewood, again, lovely guitars, you know, it's going to be the original J45 depth. So don't forget that if you're buying one. But also, of course, they've added, as you would do, another $500 or $600 on top. I don't know why that is. Perhaps, you know, it's just, you know, 5 or 8 centimeters or something, or whatever it is, an inch. It costs that much, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for listening. And the old this J45 is a keeper. Talk to you again.